Hi everyone, welcome to VonCloedt Yoga. I'm your host Gretchen, and today we are doing another Gretchen's Yoga Pose Breakdown, Yoga 101. And today we're going to look at Camel Pose. Now this posture is a wonderful opener for your front body, and it is a great modification for people with larger bodies. But this is not the only way that you can perform Camel Pose. There are many different options. So just so you know, the yoga police do not come to your house. You can modify these postures any way you like to be able to feel it in your body. But if you want to add a little luxury to your practice, and I think you're worth it, I might grab a blanket. This is great to add a little cushion for your knees, especially if you tend to have some crabby knees or maybe you've got nice hard floors. A little extra cushion is going to be lovely for you. Now, you don't have to go out and buy a fancy Mexican yoga blanket. They are readily available and they're not terribly expensive, but any type of throw blanket around your home is going to work just fine. Something that is nice and thin, but maybe has a little weight to it. And we're also going to use blocks today. You know I love my blocks and I use them in all of my practices. These are always just options, but I think that there is no shame in a prop game, and blocks are pretty readily available, anywhere from $5 to $40, or anything roughly the shape and size of this is going to work well. So let's get started with our camel pose. I'm going to bring these blocks to the back of my mat this time, and I'm also going to take my blanket and bring it about where my knees would be if I was in like a tabletop posture. So we're going to come around here and find ourselves with our knees nice and cushioned, and the blocks are right behind us. They're kind of over by our ankles, okay? Now, you might have to feel around a little bit for them when we get to this, but they're pretty much right there for you. So we are going to start up on our knees. See where the cushion's coming in handy? So camel pose is meant to be a front of the body stretch. So we're going to do this in multiple different levels, and that way you can find which one works for you and progress as your body starts to allow, as flexibility starts to develop. But let's start with level 1 of the camel pose. So we're on our knees, nice and tall. Maybe our knees are about hip width distance apart, and the blocks are down by our ankles. This time, we're going to bring these hands back behind us, and we're going to bring our hands to the lower part of our back, or maybe like the upper glute area. And we're going to turn those fingers, and I'll turn so you can see. Those fingers are going to be pointing down, and we're going to press those elbows back as we gently press that pelvis forward, maybe tighten on those glutes, and maybe let that chin tilt up towards the ceiling. This is level 1 of camel pose. Now, the counter pose to camel pose is child's pose. So in between this posture, take a moment and find a child's pose. So from here, we're going to let those hips sink back, bring those hands forward, walk those hands out, let those forearms come down, let that heart come down, let that chest come down, and you have your child's pose. Take a breath here, and then we're going to come back up to our kneeling posture. Let's start with camel level 2. So we're going to bring those hands behind our back, fingertips pointing down. Press those elbows back, tighten those glutes, press that pelvis forward, let that head tilt back. Now this is your level 1. From here, my friends, we're going to inhale that left arm up towards the ceiling, and then bring it back and bring those fingertips to your block. Now you can also bring them to your heels, but we're going to start with the block. And then from here, we're going to lift up on that right hand, let it extend up and maybe even back, tightening those glutes, pressing that pelvis forward, letting that head tilt back. This is level 2 of camel, and we're going to do it on each side, okay? So here we are. We're going to take a big breath in and let it go. And to come out of this, we start to let those hips sink back. Bring those hands forward. Walk it out. Find your child's pose. Let that heart lower down. Let that forehead lower down, and breathe. All right, come on back up. So we did one side, we got to do the other. So we're going to find that camel pose level 1, Point those elbows back, pull that chest open, press that pelvis forward, let that head tilt back. And then we're going to inhale that right hand up towards the ceiling and back to that block. And you can bring those fingertips to settle on that block, tightening those glutes and pressing that pelvis forward. Maybe we inhale that left hand up towards the ceiling, let it lean back as we let that head tilt back, finding this little ne'er-do-well, I do not care, whatever, nice little stretch. You should feel a nice stretch up the front of your body. And to come out of this, friends, let those hips slowly start to sink back. Let those hands come down. Crawl forward. Find your child's pose. Take a breath or two here. It's very important when you do an intense stretch that you give yourself that counter pose. It helps your body feel more balanced, and maybe you'll feel a little more out of that stretch. So let's try Camel level 3. So we're going to walk those hands back. Come on back up. Bring those palms to your small of your back. Press those elbows back. Tighten those glutes. Let your body come forward and let that head tilt back. All right, so remember Camel level 1. And we're going to find Camel level 2 by bringing that left hand up and back towards the blocks. And bringing that right hand up, we're going to bring those back towards the blocks, finding that Camel 2 on this side. And look at that. Now we're at full camel. Press that pelvis forward. Let that head tilt back. Now these fingertips can come to blocks, or you can bring them down to your ankles, and maybe eventually you're there. Maybe you will never be there, and that's okay. Find where you're at and meet yourself right there. And when you're ready to come out of this, let those hips sink down. Let those hands walk forward. Find that child's pose. Lower down. And be proud of yourself for doing a great job. And when you're ready to come out, go ahead and come up. Find yourself in a seat. That was wonderful. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you learned a little bit more about Camel. It is a great opener for the front of your hips, the front of your body. If you sit a lot in your day-to-day, that could help provide a little bit of relief for that lower back. And we have over 40 free videos here on VonCloedt Yoga, so consider subscribing to my channel and maybe hit that notification bell. You will get notified every time I post a new video. And if there is a yoga pose that you would like to see me break down, let me know in the comments below, and I will do my best to make it happen. And until next time, take care of each other. Bye-bye.